Just wanted to let you guys know I actually did this video like 4 days ago, but I've been so busy I forgot to even upload it. So here it is.
I'm Shay Mosey and you're watching Dante's Boxing Nation.
Dante's Boxing Nation, what's going on, guys? Boy, oh boy, I tell you, it's just not looking good for Mr. Balls of Steel, Leo Santa Cruz right now. You know what, I'm going to start off just reading the first paragraph of this article that I just picked up. Peep this. World Super Bantamweight titleists Scott Quigg and Leo Santa Cruz will be defending their WBA and WBC straps respectively on September 13th. But Quigg's promoter, Eddie Hearn, revealed that the Mexican turned down the opportunity to face his unbeaten charge. Hearn approached Golden Boy Promotions with a view to matching the unbeaten pair on that bill, only to have his approach rejected. Here's what Eddie Hearn had to say. The Quigg situation has been quite frustrating because we were desperate to make the Leo Santa Cruz fight after his comments regarding the fight, but the feedback has been abysmal. I knew they wouldn't come over here, but I still put the question out there. I told Golden Boy time and time again, we will come to America, not a problem. Even 2 or 3 days ago, I spoke to Robert Diaz, Golden Boy matchmaker, while tying up some things for Sean Porter, Kell Brook. And I said, look, who's Leo Santa Cruz fighting? If you need us on September 13th, we will be there. We've seen so many quotes from him saying he wants to fight Quigg, Carl Frampton, and even Guillermo Rigo. I don't think he has the intentions of fighting any of them. It will be interesting to see who he does choose on September 13th. End quote. I tell you right now, that is exactly what I was thinking when I was reading this article. It will be very interesting to see who Leo Santa Cruz fights on September 13th. Man, I am noticing a serious pattern going on right now. Are you guys noticing this? First, we had Mikey Garcia against Gamboa, right? Just like Leo Santa Cruz, Mikey Garcia was telling people he wants to fight. Soon as 50 Cent called his bluff, all of a sudden Mikey Garcia and Robert Garcia, they got real quiet, right? We heard Leo Santa Cruz say, oh, you know, I'll fight him anytime, any place. Guillermo Rigo, Frampton, Quigg, I'll fight him anytime, any place. Then all of a sudden, once these fighters say, okay, Leo, let's go ahead and make it happen. September 13th, Mayweather versus Maidana undercard. Now all of a sudden, Leo Santa Cruz and Golden Boy, they are not interested, right? Now, I understand that there are fans out there that have a lot of pride. And even though this Leo Santa Cruz situation is so blatant, you're still going to have diehard Leo Santa Cruz fans that will try to defend him no matter what. You know, when it comes to this situation, they're going to say something like, oh, well, you know, it's up to the promoter. It's not up to Leo Santa Cruz. You know, typical excuses that make no damn sense. And I'll tell you why. Leo Santa Cruz, number one, he is a champion, okay? Number two, you have other young champions like Terrence Crawford, who was willing to fight Gamboa. Terrence Crawford, he was willing to go overseas and fight Ricky Burns, okay? This is pretty much the same opportunity that is at Leo Santa Cruz's front door right now. And he decides, and Golden Boy decides, to turn it down. Now, I know what you Leo Santa Cruz fans are saying, but come on, Dante, that's Golden Boy doing that. That's not Leo's fault. Let me tell you something. First of all, it is Leo Santa Cruz's fault. It's his fault because he's sitting over here telling people, I'll fight these fighters anytime, any place. He's not saying, I would love to fight these guys, but the promoter, this and that and this and that. He's not saying that. He's saying he will fight these fighters anytime, any place. But let's just say it was just, you know, the promoter's fault. Let's just say hypothetically that was the case. If that was the case, that still doesn't make Leo Santa Cruz look good. Why? Because we know that they will put Leo in the ring with somebody that they believe that he can beat. They're not putting Cruz in the ring with another champion in his own division like a Quigg, Frampton, like a Guillermo Rigo. They're not doing that. Why? Because they don't believe Leo Santa Cruz is good enough to beat these fighters. That's why, right? So your promoter doesn't believe that you are good enough to even challenge the best fighters at the top of the division. You see what I mean? No matter how you look at this situation, this does not make Leo Santa Cruz look good. You could blame it on a promoter. You could blame it on promotional beefs. You could make 1,000 excuses. It will still lead to making Leo Santa Cruz look bad. I mean, just look at all of the undefeated prospects and the young undefeated champions that are fighting tough competition right now. You have to understand something. Leo Santa Cruz, because a lot of people, whenever there's a fighter ducking, you have these decafs that like to compare him to Floyd Mayweather. You guys have to understand something. The first thing you need to know is what Floyd Mayweather was doing at this age that Leo Santa Cruz is at right now. Okay? When Floyd Mayweather was Leo Santa Cruz's age, Floyd Mayweather was fighting the best fighters in the world. A lot of people don't know this, but Diego Corrales, at the time that Floyd fought him, Diego Corrales was considered pound for pound number 5, the best fighter in the world pound for pound. Okay? He was actually ranked higher than Floyd Mayweather was. And he was a slight favorite to beat Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather still took the fight. This is what Floyd Mayweather was doing at Leo Santa Cruz's age. Once again, I bring this up because whenever I make a video about someone like Leo Santa Cruz, I always get one of his supporters defending Santa Cruz by bringing up Floyd Mayweather. Oh, Floyd is doing the same thing. Floyd is doing it. Let me tell you something. If Leo Santa Cruz was doing the same thing as Floyd, he would be considered pound for pound number 1, number 2, number 3, the best fighter in the world. Okay? He wouldn't be well outside of the top 10, avoiding every champion in his own division. This man ain't doing nowhere near what Floyd Mayweather did at his age. Another thing you guys have to understand is Leo Santa Cruz is in a position where he's trying to make it to the top of the mountain. He's trying to make it to that position that Floyd Mayweather is already in. This is what all of these young fighters are trying to do right now. And once again, you have all these other fighters that are willing to fight everyone. Lomachenko, Sean Porter, Keith Thurman, Terrence Crawford, Sergey Kovalev. These are fighters that are young and up and coming, just like Leo Santa Cruz, but they're willing to fight any and everyone to prove that they are the best. Once again, Leo Santa Cruz is trying to reach that status that a Floyd Mayweather is at, that a Guillermo Rigo is at, that an Andre Ward is at. He's trying to reach that status, but there is no way you're going to be able to do it by avoiding the best fighters in your own division, the other champions in your own division. And I have to say this, once again, you Leo Santa Cruz fans, you Canelo fans, you guys are the ones that are putting so much pressure on your own fighters because you send these ridiculous ass hypocritical messages talking about how my guy is the toughest and all you other guys are cowards and all these other fighters are cowards and chickens, and you saying all of this stuff, and all you're doing is you are putting tremendous pressure on the fighters that you support. You're making them look bad because once you say all of that shit, now you have to explain it when your favorite fighter is making moves that would make him look exactly like the chickens that you call all the other fighters that you do not like. Okay? This is the reason, once again, why I say it's better just to speak the truth. It's better just to speak with common sense. Use your brain. Stop trying to talk with emotion and heart and being completely brainless, because you put yourself in a position like this to where your favorite fighter or one of your favorite fighters is now ducking everyone in the world, and now you got to scratch your head trying to figure out, how the hell do I explain this now? I done told everybody that this fighter is a coward, a chicken, a pussy, and this and all this. How do I explain that my favorite fighter is doing exactly what I was accusing those other fighters that I did not like of doing, right? But now, my guy, he's doing it even worse, far more blatantly, okay? This is what happens when you speak with ignorant emotions. I'm going to tell you this right now. This is a sad day for the Mikey Garcia fans and the Leo Santa Cruz fans, because your favorite fighters, they are not doing you guys any favors. And they are making it very difficult for you guys to do your little typical, little drive-by comments where you just talk about hating on every damn fighter that you can't stand, calling him a coward and this and that. Your favorite fighters are making it very hard for you to do that type of shit. Okay? I don't know where Leo Santa Cruz goes from here, but it's not a good look. It's not a good look. It'll be very interesting once again to see who he fights. And, a lot of fighters, they think they're being slick and smooth by fighting certain fighters that they feel are easy opponents to beat. But we've seen what happened with Abner Mares. Abner Mares, he avoided the Guillermo Rigo fight. He ended up going in the ring with an old, supposed to be well past his prime, faded Johnny Gonzalez. What happens? Mares gets knocked out in the first round. I would not be surprised if something like this happens to Leo Santa Cruz eventually. It is very possible. It's time for Leo Santa Cruz to step his game up. I mean, it was one thing not wanting to fight pound for pound one of the best fighters in the world, Guillermo Rigo. But now you get an opportunity to fight another champion in your division, and you don't want to fight him either? Or Golden Boy doesn't want to set that fight up? Once again, man, if Golden Boy is not setting the fight up, it's because they don't believe that this fighter is that good. That's what it means. It means that they don't believe that this fighter is that good. Like I said before, Leo Santa Cruz, he would be better off if he just came flat out and said, look, I'm not ready to fight these guys. I need a little bit more experience. These guys are very gifted. There are things that I need to work on that I don't have right now. And if he were to say something like that, I could respect him a lot more, as opposed to him getting on Twitter and saying, I'll fight anyone, anytime, any place. Come on, man. You're just making yourself look even worse with shenanigans like that. That's all I got. I'm on to the next one.